In today's lecture, we are going to study about embryonic development. In the previous lecture, we have studied about the process of fertilization. This process of fertilization, it takes place in the ampulla region of the fallopian tube. Details of process of fertilization we have studied in the previous lecture. Now, we are going to study about the next part, that is embryonic development. This embryonic development, it involves various stages like number 1, cleavage. The second process of embryonic development, blastulation. Third step is called as implantation, and fourth one is called as gastrulation. So all these processes we have to study in detail about embryonic development. We are going to study with the first step of embryonic development, which is called as cleavage. So what is the meaning of word cleavage? This cleavage, it means the process of early mitotic division of zygote into the hollow multicellular blastula. See, in the process of fertilization, we have seen that male and female gametes, that is sperm and ova respectively, are the haploid structures. They unite together and results in formation of zygote. So this zygote, it undergoes mitotic division. That means equational division, and a multicellular structure is get formed. This multicellular structure is called as blastula. So this is the process of cleavage. This is the meaning of word cleavage. That is a process of mitotic division, equational division of which structure? Of zygote, which results in formation of multicellular structure, which is called as blastula. So remember that in the process of cleavage, when the zygote divides by mitotic division, there is no growth of daughter cells takes place. Just cells go on dividing, and that's why number of cells goes on increasing. You have to remember that cells formed after cleavage are called as blastomers. That means zygote, a single cell will divide to form 2 cell structure. These 2 cells again divide to form 4 cells. So the number of cells which are get formed are called as blastomers. See, in human being, cleavage is called as holoblastic type. What's the meaning of this holoblastic cleavage? The whole zygote get divided. That means a single cell can divide completely into 2 cells. That is called as holoblastic cleavage. This cleavage, it may be longitudinal or meridional and equatorial or horizontal type. So this meridional or longitudinal type of division means what? When the furrow or when the division bisect both the poles of egg passing through center. So this meridional cleavage, in this case the furrow divide the egg from both the poles, from animal pole and vegetal pole, and that furrow it pass through the center. What is equational or horizontal plane? It divides the egg halfway between animal and vegetal pole. So this is for the longitudinal or meridional or equatorial or horizontal type of division. And remember that it is radial and indeterminate. What's the meaning of word radial here? Cells align over each other and form a rounded mass of cell, that is called as radial. And what is the meaning of indeterminate? Here, as you know, after the cleavage, many cells are formed called as blastomers. Fate of each blastomer is not predetermined. That means it is not fixed from which cell of blastomer, which organ or which tissue will develop in future. And that's why it is called as indeterminate type of cleavage. So this is about the introduction of this part, cleavage. Now we will see the next one, that is process of cleavage. What is this process of cleavage? Remember that first cleavage of zygote is meridional and occurs after 30 hours of fertilization. Second cleavage is also longitudinal but at right angle to first one and occurs after 30 hours of the first cleavage. Third cleavage is horizontal, and this third cleavage results in formation of 8-celled structure. And by the end of 4th day after fertilization, embryo is a solid ball of 16 to 32 cells and looks like mulberry. This stage is called as morula. We will see this diagrammatically. Now see, there is a diagram in front of you, and this diagram, it shows this structure which is called as zygote. You can see here male pronucleus and female pronucleus are there, and these chromosomes will align with each other in the formation of zygote. So remember, zygote is a unicellular structure and it is covered with this layer called as zona pellucida. This zygote, single cell, undergoes first division and result in formation of these 2 cells. As we have studied, cleavage is holoblastic. That means this complete one cell divides completely and results in formation of these 2 cells. This is called as 2-celled structure. We have seen that first cleavage is meridional or it is longitudinal and occurs after 30 hours of fertilization. Then we'll see the second cleavage. Here, this 2-cell structure undergoes second cleavage. This second cleavage is also longitudinal but at right angle to the first one and results in formation of this 4-celled structure. So, first cleavage after 30 hours of fertilization, second cleavage after 30 hours of the first cleavage and results in formation of this 4-celled structure. Then third cleavage is horizontal, and after the third cleavage, embryo will become 8 cells. So this is the 8-celled structures get formed. After that, as the cleavage goes on, the young embryo is pushing towards the uterus. We will see that later on. So this, by the end of 4th day after fertilization, what happens? The embryo is solid ball of 16 to 32 cell structure. That means here we cannot count the number of cells after the cleavage, and here we can say that the 16 to 32 cell structures get formed. When it is get formed? By the end of 4th day after fertilization, and this structure it becomes morula. From this morula it roll down into the uterine cavity and results in a formation of structure called as blastocyst. So this cleavage means simply division of this zygote, mitotic division of the zygote, and that's why from this single cell structure this multicellular structure is get formed. Okay, so this morula is get formed. We are going to study about the detailed structure of this morula, where this morula is seen. We are going to study about structure of morula. This morula formation, it takes place in isthmus region of the cystine of the fallopian tube. Okay, so this morula, now it consists of this outer cell layer. This outer cell layer which consists of smaller cells, and this is the inner cell mass. This outer and clearer cells towards the outer side, and this inner cell mass towards the inner side. So this morula, It consists of smaller and clearer cells towards the outer side and this inner cell mass towards the inner side. This inner cell mass will develop into the embryo proper, and this outer layer of trophoblast, it helps in protection and providing food material to the inner cell mass. Okay, so this is about structure of morula, can be asked for 2 marks. It is easy and diagram is also easy, so you can write a note on this morula. Remember that this morula is still covered by this outer layer. This outer layer which is called as zona pellucida. As this zona pellucida is present, overall size of the zygote and overall size of the morula, it remains same. Okay, so remember that size of zygote and size of morula, it remains same. Why? It is because of presence of this outer layer which is called as zona pellucida. Now remember that this morula which is get formed, this morula, now it start to enter into the uterus by the end of 4th day. So this morula, it reaches up to the isthmus region of fallopian tube and later on it will roll into the uterus. We will see one more diagram for the understanding of this position of the different parts. See this diagram, what it shows. Here this diagram, it shows this ovary. This is the fallopian tube, that is the oviduct, and this is the part of uterus. Half side, one side is shown. So this is the ovary. Here because of ovulation, ovum is released here. This ovum which is released, it is trapped by this infundibulum region and it enters into the ampulla part. In this ampulla part, you can say these are the sperms which surrounds the egg, and only one can enter into the ovum, into the secondary oocyte. So here because of this, because of entry of sperm into the secondary oocyte, it completes second maturation division and it becomes ovum. Here this diagram, it shows the zygote. So what do you mean by zygote? It is formed by fusion of male and female pronuclei. So in this zygote here, these 2 nuclei are seen. This zygote, it undergoes the embryonic development which involve cleavage. So this cleavage of the fertilized ovum or zygote, first cleavage results in formation of 2-cell structure. This 2-cell structure undergoes second mitotic division and results in formation of 4-cell structure. This 4-cell structure undergoes next cleavage and results in formation of this 8-cell structure, and later on there is formation of this morula. So this morula, it reach up to the isthmus region of the fallopian tube and now it will roll into this uterus where the further development takes place. So what we have seen here, this is the zygote. It undergoes cleavage, the mitotic division, results in formation of morula, and later on from this morula a structure is get formed which is called as blastula. And this process of blastula formation is called as blastulation. So now we are going to study about the process of blastulation. So now this process of blastulation, what is the meaning of word blastulation? This blastulation means process of formation of hollow muscular blastocyst. So how this blastula formation takes place? So this blastocyst float in the uterine cavity for 2 to 4 days. That means 7 days after fertilization, till the 7th day after fertilization. So what happens actually during the process of blastulation? So this blastocyst, or we can say the morula which was formed, it is rolled into the uterine cavity as we have seen before. This blastocyst or the morula, it floats into the uterine cavity where the uterine milk is present. Outer layer is called as trophoblast. As we have seen before also, this outer layer is the layer of trophoblast. So this, because of accumulation of fluid here, when this uterine cavity, when blastocysts float in the uterine cavity, from uterine cavity, this uterine milk will enter into this cavity here. Because of accumulation of fluid here, this inner cell mass is pushed towards one side. Okay, so what is there? Outer layer becomes trophoblast. This outer layer of the cells becomes trophoblast. It begins to absorb glycogen rich uterine milk. Why? Because uterine gland starts secreting a fluid which is called as uterine milk, which is rich in glycogen. So that fluid, it enters into this blastocyst, and here a fluid filled cavity called blastocele is get formed, and this structure which consists of blastocele is called as blastula, and the process is called as blastulation. Now you can see the inner cell mass. Here in the diagram, this blue colored structure is shown as trophoblast, and these red color cells are the cells of inner cell mass. These cells of inner cell mass are also now called as embryoblast. Why embryoblast? Because it develops into the embryo proper. That means embryo will develop from the cells of inner cell mass. You can see in the diagram, inner cell mass remain attached to one side only. Here, this inner cell mass is found attached to one side only. The trophoblast cells in contact with embryonal knob are called as cells of Rauber. So, which are the cells of Rauber? These are the cells of Rauber. That means these embryonal cells, this inner cell mass, are in contact with this trophoblastic cells and becomes the cells of Rauber. So this is the process of blastulation. This blastulation can also be asked for 3 mark note, or 3 marks can be asked on the process of blastulation. So we have seen these diagrams. Again, this is the zygote, undergoes first cleavage, becomes 2 cell structure, undergoes second cleavage, becomes 4 cell structure. It undergoes third cleavage, becomes 8 cell structure. Then it results into formation of 16 cell structure to 32 cell structure formation and becomes morula, which consists of this outer cell mass, and these are the cells of inner cell mass. This morula, it rolled down into the uterine cavity where uterine milk is present. This uterine milk will enter into this blastocyst, and because of that, cells of inner cell mass will move towards the one side, and this cavity is formed which is filled with fluid. Cavity is called as blastocele and the structure is called as blastula. So this is about the process of blastulation. Now we'll see one more diagram. This diagram, as explained before, this is the ovum now present in the fallopian tube. This is the sperm entry. So zygote is get formed. This is zygote, undergoes first cleavage, second cleavage, third cleavage. It becomes morula. This morula is rolled into this uterine cavity. This uterine cavity consists of fluid which enters into this blastocyst. It results in formation of blastula here, and this inner cell mass is found attached to the cells of Rauber here. That means this is the layer structure called as cells of Rauber, and with this it will get buried into the wall of endometrium. That process is called as implantation. So now we are going to study about the process of implantation. Where it takes place? This implantation, it takes place in this part which is called as here, this much part. This is the wall of endometrium, see. And this is the uterus. This complete structure is called as uterus. This is perimetrium. This is myometrium, and this is the endometrium. And this endometrium becomes more and more thick in the secretory or the luteal phase. It is ready for implantation. So this blastula, after its complete formation, buried deep into the wall of endometrium. That process is called as implantation. So now we are going to study about the process of implantation. So this process by which blastocyst is embedded, buried deep into the wall of endometrium, it becomes implantation. It usually begins on 7th day and end by the 10th day after fertilization. These trophoblast cells of the animal pole have power to stick to the uterine wall, which part is called as animal pole, where the inner cell mass is get attached. So the trophoblast cells of animal pole get attached to the uterine wall, and this trophoblast start dividing very fastly against the embryonal knob and results in formation of syncytial trophoblast and cytotrophoblast. What's the meaning of syncytial trophoblast? Syncytial is for the network like structure. Syncytial for network. So network of cells is get formed where the cell boundaries are not found between the cells. So network like structures get formed. And second is called as cytotrophoblast, where the cell boundaries are seen between the cells. Okay, so these two cell layers are get formed, and embryo is totally or completely buried deep into the wall of endometrium. So this is the process of implantation also. Next process of embryonic development is the gastrulation, and that gastrulation we are going to study in the next lecture.